And what is up, guys? It's your average gear reviewer here, back again with another unboxing, unpackaging, whatever you want to call it, video. This is something new to the channel, and it's actually a brand I am not familiar with at all. So I guess we're going to learn a little something together here, guys. So without further ado, let's get into it.
The best gear is the gear you have on.
And as always, guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time stopping by, thanks so much for coming by to check out the video. I hope you enjoy it. If you are a returning viewer, what's up, man? Good to see you. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. And today, of course, we're going to be using our Armiger 2 unpacker from Demko. And we'll just get right into this, guys. I'm going to tell you this company reached out to me. And just being 100% honest with you, they actually were on my radar already. I had been looking at one of their knives. It's not the, I don't think it's the one that they sent me, but I actually had been looking into them. They're called Trivisa. They're not a new manufacturer. They actually have been around since 2006. Apparently, they've done a lot of OEM work for other knife companies, is what it sounds like. But they are going out on their, they have a ton of different models to choose from. And the one they wanted me to take a look at looked super cool. So, yeah, I was like, hey, no problem. Send it out. So yeah, I know I'm taking too long here. Let's get into this, what you guys want to see and what I want to see, because I actually have never seen one of these before. Guys, this thing is super slicey, like perfect little package opener, neck knife. Anyway, so I got a paper sleeve, looks like. Okay, paper sleeve over a box, and nice looking box, if you can see there. Got some good color to it. And on the inside, okay, got a nice little microfiber cloth. It's got a good, pretty thick there, and it has the Trivisa logo there. Here is a card. This is your product certificate, looks like. Okay. And, okay, a little more materials. And it comes with a bag to put the knife in. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Let's just get this stuff out of the way here. Let's get this junk out of the way here. I didn't mean junk. I mean just these extra things. Let's get these extra things out of the way. How about that? So yeah. Wow, that looks really nice. That looks really nice. Oh, okay. Those handles are just super grippy. Can you see that texture of them there? They are just super, super grippy. So this is the Trivisa Columba is what it's called. It does have actual micarta handles on it. Little bit of oil there still. Looks like it has nested steel liners. They are cut out. Back spacer back here, which is also micarta. The blade centering is perfect right out of the box. Let's take a look at the blade. What do you think? Oh, okay. Wow. Well, they definitely did not spare on the oil. Definitely not. Very nice shape to that, though. I like that a lot. Okay, guys, so let's get into some of the particulars on this one. Okay, so some of the particulars on the knife. You're looking at a 14C28 in blade with a nice black PVD coating on it. The blade length is running right. I think it says, let me look here. It's a 3.74 inch blade. So let's look at it down here. 3.74 inch blade. That's about right. 3.74 inch cutting surface, actually, I would say, to the blade. Maybe 3.6. And the handle length, 4.6 inches. So that is giving you a total length of 8.38, 8.4, just almost 8.5 inches there. You got a 1.4 inch blade width, so you can see it's just a little wider than an inch, and it's 0.12 thick. So not a super thick blade, but not a really thin, dainty feeling blade either. You'll notice there is some good jimping back here, and there is a fuller or thumb groove there. I'm not sure what that is. If that's a okay, yeah, you can deploy it with that. That's cool. The flipper feels nice and snappy. I will say that. Has a good snappy feel to it. Now this is riding on ceramic ball bearings. Like I said before, it does have actual micarta handles, and they're very grippy feeling. They have very grippy texture to them. I like it. And like I said before, you do have the nested steel liners in there. Let me hold it up there where maybe you can catch a glimpse of them. But you can see these are, this side is got the speed holes there, and you got a micarta backspacer back here. Looks like it's running T8. Please tell me that is a T8 and not a T6. I gotta check this, guys. I just want to make sure that that's not running. It almost looks like a T6 pivot, but I think it is a T8. Okay, yeah, it's a T8 pivot. That's cool. T8 pivot. Yeah, it's gonna have the T6 body screws. Yep, T6 body screws and T6 screws in the pocket clip. They are all nice and tightened up. Looks like you do have, okay, so I like that. The clip's a little bit small, guys. I'm going to just say that right out of the bat. This clip is probably not going to cut it unless it's just made out of some super material. Now, I do love the way that they inset the clip here, so there's no lip sticking up there to catch your pocket. And they have the flat lay screws, so there are no mushrooms growing in the shade. They did that absolutely perfectly, but this pocket clip, guys, what? I'm sorry. It's got to have a little more substantial pocket clip on it than that, I think. It just, if I could see that catching on something and it just being gone. It does have a lanyard hole. You know, this kind of looks like the standard 2-hole pattern clips that are coming on everything. So I would be willing to bet that the Civivi replacement clips would work on this. And you can pick those up on Amazon for like 12 bucks. But yeah, I think that was one thing I would have to do. I would have to change these pocket clips out. It is milled out on the other side, so you can switch it over to left-handed, which that's cool. And they even have a screw in there to kind of hold the place of it. So yeah. Looks like a lot of things they did right on this one. I like the feel of it, and it's got a really nice long blade there. And in the hand, it's got a good feel, guys. This might be a little bigger for some people, but this to me feels just like just the right size for my big old hands. Yeah, let me put this away. So as I'm looking around the knife, you know, when you first get one, it takes you a minute to start kind of noticing the little things about it. I do really like this feathered type jimping they have on the inside there. It looks nice. It adds a little bit of visual flair to it, but also it provides a nice bit of jimping there to get a hold of, but it's not sharp at all. And you guys know I'm not a fan of liner locks, but lately I've been kind of coming around to them. Looks like you're getting maybe 45-50% lockup on that. When the blade is locked out, it is there's no blade play at all. There's no movement to it at all. So it is absolutely locked in there. And they another thing I was noticing is it does have a nested liner lock too, which is a little bit nicer than just running the bar along there and you push it against. It sort of nests into there. It just gives it a nicer, a little bit more premium feel to it. Good jimping here on the flipper tab, which becomes the finger stop when you're holding it this way. Guys, this knife feels really good in the hand. Got some good jimping right back here on the back, so your thumb, and you get that squeeze between the thumb and the forefinger. You can get those really nice, intricate little draw cuts there. I haven't checked to see how sharp it is, and I'm kind of curious to see just out of the box. Okay. I mean, it'll bite. It will kill. See if we can get some curly cues. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, very sharp, very sharp. Looks like the bevel has a nice grind. Looks nice and even on both sides, as far as I can tell. Yeah, overall, it looks like a nice little knife. It's got some nice attention to detail points on it that I like. I like how they added this little fuller or thumb groove there, and it's on both sides as well, even though you don't really need it with the flipper tab. But I'm not a huge fan of knives that only have one method of deployment. I just like to have options as how I can get my blade out there. You know, you can reverse flick it. Okay, that's good. Have to be able to finger flick, or I can't carry it if I can't. Although, you know, with the flipper it's different, but you can always finger flick it. But you can thumb. Thumb works well, but the reverse, there's just not quite enough to get your. I'm sure I could do it with some practice, but it just seems like right now there's just not quite enough to get my finger on. But for the thumb side, you can grab it. See if it's got a. It's a shake shutter, you know, but it's brand new too, so it may break in. It will drop sometimes, but sometimes just needs a little shake. It does have your secondary detent up here, which, you know, that's pretty much a must-have on a liner lock, because you don't want the blade dropping, you know, guillotining your finger or anything. But also when you drop it, the finger stop does catch on your thumb here, which is nice. Allows you to get your thumb out of the way and drop the blade. I'm getting kind of a bug out, like a bigger bug out vibe off of it, actually. So yeah, speaking of bigger bug out, let's take a look at some other knives and do a little bit of size comparisons here. Okay guys, so you know the drill. As first and always, we have the Spyderco Para 3. You can already see it's quite a bit bigger than the Para 3 there. Got the Benchmade bug out. Again, it's very reminiscent of the bug out to me. The blade shape, the knife shape, you know, it sort of has that clip point blade. Really, really similar to me to the bug out. You know, that's just my opinion. But like I said, it looks like a much larger version of the bug out. Here's the Demko 80-20.5. Again, you can see the 80-20 might be about the same size as this. This is the Remet Rhino, the new flipper tab that we just did a review on. You can see it's quite a bit larger than these. I guess I didn't realize that when I was looking at knives to compare it to. It is quite a bit bigger than all of these. Let's look at the my fave, the Flytanium Arcade, and it's even a little bit larger than the Arcade. It does have that 3.74 inch blade, so you know that. Here it is against the Vision FG. Even still quite a bit larger than that. Let me grab one more. I want to see how it stacks up to the MSI. Okay, so it's a little bit smaller than the MSI, but the MSI is a big full-size knife. I mean, this is, you know, this is a very oversized, I would say, for the EDC range category. So yeah, you can kind of see it compared to some of the sizes. What do you guys think about it? I think it is a great looking knife. I'm a big fan of the blackout look. The Trivisa logo is not bad here. It actually looks sort of nice. And they don't have anything on the blade. There is no marking on the blade whatsoever, except for right here. And that says, I think it says 14C28N. And it does? Yes. So the only marking on the blade is to tell you what kind of steel it is, and I love that. I'm not a huge fan of, you know, the blades that just have a tremendous amount of advertising on them. You know, Microtech in particular has been known to be bad about that. Their knives will be like a walking billboard. This one's not. This one's very, very well done. But the older, let me see. Yeah. The older Microtechs, like, yeah, there you go. You can see that's like it's a sharp billboard, you know. So I like the fact that they're not putting, you know, just overly logoing or overly doing it there. Let's check the balance on it. Pretty good balance. It's balanced right there where your finger is going to grab in this groove here. I will say, as far as the fit and finish on the knife goes, they've done a good job. There's no sharp edges. Everything's very smooth, very well polished down. You have a nice little bit of milling out here for your finger to lay, and it feels just perfect. I'm not feeling any hot spots off of the pocket clip, but I wouldn't think that you would with such a small clip. We'll have to see how that's going to hold up. Maybe it's made out of some kind of incredible material that just won't snap off the first time it gets caught on something. But yeah, I like it. They're using a captive pivot, which I dig that. Not crazy about the liner lock, but you know, that's my own personal preference. Some people absolutely love liner locks, and that's all they want to carry. Cool. I'm coming around to them. I think, as you guys saw in my last video that I did on the O-Knife Freeze, I'm coming around to the liner locks. I want to check something real quick here. Okay, so it was a fairly medium-sized spine wax. It really looks like it's just pulling that over further. Is that notched out right there? Yeah, all that did was it locked that in more. So, yeah, I'm impressed. Trivisa, I'm impressed. This is my first Trivisa knife, guys, but I don't think it'll be my last one. Actually, this knife, I think right now it's running, what was it, 50? Yeah, running about $51 right now, but you know, again, you're looking at almost a 4-inch blade, almost an 8.5-inch knife, 14C28 steel with the PVD coating. Nice micarta handles, guys. Nice. They've got a really good texture to them. And I'm just never sure if the camera really picks it up that well, but hopefully you get a sense of it there. It's got a super cool texture to it. It looks slick, but when you feel it, it's just got a very grippy feel to it. I like it, guys. For $50, I think that it's offering some materials and a size that I've not seen around that price point, especially for the fit and finish. It seems very well made. Of course, this is not, you know, guys, this is not a review of this knife. This is just my first impressions of it. I'll have to carry it around a little bit. I got to use it, cut some cardboard, cut some twine, cut, you know, just whatever comes along, and just see how it performs every day before I can make a final judgment on it. But my first impressions, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. They're on, I would say they're absolutely on par with the stuff that's coming out from, you know, Remet, Civivi, Vosti, some of these more up-and-coming companies that are starting to come out with some really, really good knives. I would put it absolutely on par with any of those. But guys, check out Trivisa. You can look at their stuff. It's at Trivisa.com. Also, I'm going to put a link to this one down below. It will be an Amazon affiliate link. So if you use it to pick one up, it will help support the channel. I don't ever want to feel like I'm misleading you guys by not disclosing that. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you have any Trivisa knives? If so, what have been your impressions on it? I think my... Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I like it. I like it. It seems like that could be a little snappier, but also it could be because it's brand new also. You know, they're real stiff when you first get them. You got to flip them about 1,000 times. Isn't that right, Shannon? You got to flip them about 1,000 times before they are really, you know, finding their groove. So a little bit of stiffness out of the box. Never hurt anybody. But yeah, guys, that is about all I've got for you on this one. I've got a couple more videos coming up really quick right after this one. So stay tuned. If you like the video, please consider leaving a like down below. If you like the content, subscribe, guys. This is what we do over here, and we're coming out with more videos all the time. Trying to get on a more consistent posting schedule. I do work a full-time job on top of doing this, so sometimes it seems like you have to work it in when you can. But I try to unbox stuff and get it out to you guys as soon as I get it in, because I'm always super excited to get something and I want to share it with you. So, yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Average Gear Reviewer, I'm out of here. You're still here. Awesome. Listen, I was supposed to tell you something really important, and I have to tell you this. Don't forget to like the video. If you like the content, subscribe down below. Hit the subscribe button. Please, I'm stuck here until you hit the subscribe button. Please, please, I'm begging you. Please, you gotta let me out of here. Just hit the subscribe button. Did you hit it? Did you hit it's right down here. Did you hit it? I don't know, I'm still here. Hello? Hello? Did you hit the subscribe button? Look, listen, I'm literally stuck here until you hit the subscribe button. Oh, stop. Yes, very soon. Listen, please hit the subscribe button. You did? You did hit it? Are you sure you hit it? Try it again. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Please, please help me. It's not